Hello everybody, this is Flyvox and welcome to my first ever tutorial on Cities Skylines. Today I will be showing you some tips and tricks on how to start your city. So I just picked a vanilla map, the Grand River map, and first thing you want to do is definitely pause the game, because every time you build something, you lay down a piece of road in the game, it costs money, and we have a limited budget to work with. So what I really like to do, first off, I really like to continue this little one-way path we get with each start of a new game. The first tile right here on this map, we have two entrances, so you can just pick a side. I chose this one. Now, what I like to do, as I said, I like to continue this one-way road network. Now, and as you can see in the menu, we don't have much roads to work with. We have the two-lane road here. That's it. No other road is unlocked yet. So in order to unlock some more roads, we just go and place down the two-lane road, just one tile, delete it right away, and voila, we have, for instance, our two-lane one-way road. Now, we also have a four-lane avenue road, we have a six-lane road, and so on. So we've unlocked a couple, but we need the one-way road. So now, I like to head out. Let's go out by like 30 units. And of course, a way back as well. So there we go. We have our one-way road right here. Now, what I definitely recommend is that you have separate entrance to an industrial area and an exit to an industrial area. Now, what I like to do is create this like 45-degree angle. We can just see that here. It says 45 degrees. And what I usually like to do is I just go out by 10 spaces, 10 units, so we can just see the guidelines here. If you place down the road and the line appears like right here, that is 5 units, and the line is 10 units. So I go out by 10, go up by 10. Now if I connect these up, I have my perfect 45-degree angle. And I want to go out by 10 again and up by 10 again. Taking these roads out now, and we have our first entry point into the industrial area. Industrial area is obviously going to be on the right side here, and a residential area is going to be on the left side. Now, what this did, of course, is create a dedicated turning lane into the industrial area, which is pretty good. You can definitely turn into the industrial area via the middle lane, but I'm guessing most of the traffic that wants to go in there is going to use the right lane, and that is totally okay. We do want to keep our industrial traffic separate from our residential traffic. Now, I can switch back to the two-lane road and make it go both ways, and we can just basically grid this out just a bit. Not a problem right here. Road guidelines help it to keep it all like symmetrical. Go, and that should be good. Now, as I said, we not only want a dedicated entrance to our industrial area, we want an exit as well. So what we're going to do now, we're going to build our one-way road here. We're going to raise it up by 3, and you can change the height by just going into the menu. I do play, if you didn't catch that, I do play on PS4, so that's not where I want to go. So this menu, depending on what you play on, might look not that familiar. So this is a PS4 tutorial, of course. I want to set the elevation step to the lowest. And now if I go in here, I can raise it up by 1, 2, 3. Raise it up by 3. Try to go as close to the existing road as possible. Then make our way over. About 3 tiles of space, and then take it back down. Now what I like to do is I like to space it out 12 units. So this is 10 again, the blue line. Remember, this is 5, this is 10, and 12. And there you already saw it. If I go out by 13, it creates a very steep slope, and we don't want that. We want smooth and gentle slopes. So we will go out by 12 units. That is the optimum we can do, and we will just connect to this point right here. And I love how it does this little curve here. So we've connected up to here, and basically this is our, I'll use this tool here, our entry point right here. The trucks can do their business here in the industrial area and just leave via this dedicated road right here. Now, what I like to do for the start of the city also is create a oversized roundabout, which is basically something like this. So we connect these two up. We go to our curve tool. We place our road where we want it, and this is the 5 tile mark. I usually do 6 or even 7 by 7 roundabouts. We will go 6 by 6 for now. So I anchored it by a 6. This is 5. This is 6. Now I want to. Oh, hang on. This is. There we go. Now I want to use the straight road again. I want to go out by 4 tiles. So this is 5. The blue line up here is 5. This is 4. And the reason I'm doing this is just to have it symmetrical. So here we have a space of 4. We have our curve, 6 units, and then we will have another straight space of 4. Go back to the curved tool. It's 5, 6. Go out by 6. Now we don't have to count anymore because the road guidelines come into play. You see when they turn to this light blue, there's like kind of dark blue, not as visible, and they turn into this really bright blue, and then you're at this point. To go back to the straight, we'll go out by 4. Road guideline again makes our life a lot easier. 6, and there is the road guideline again. Straight 4 tiles. There we go. And there's the road guideline, and voila, we have our oversized roundabout. Now, what I like to do for the exits, I like to go over to the large avenue road, the 4-lane road. And I like to just come into here on the straight part we just did and snap to, see how that kind of snaps in there? Just go close and there we go. Snap to the last tiles that are there and just, I want the straight road. There we go, snap in there. And just go to our next point right here. We can go to. Always have to keep an eye on the cost because the large 4-lane road is quite expensive. We'll go to about here. And now to connect it up to the roundabout, I just use the existing nodes. So I go in here, you can exit the roundabout like this, and you can come into the roundabout like this. Now I do want to connect up the roundabout with our industrial area. Now we'll do the same thing over here. Straight road, and we'll just go out by 10 units. Use our one-way road again. Exit point of the roundabout, entry point of the roundabout. Then we'll do another smaller roundabout in here, just as a kind of a start to our, we'll do a 5 by 5. A start to our residential area. 5, 5, and 5, and 5. There we go. There we have it. Now, you can always do something line up this, and now you can just have some fun with the basic road layout. Now, what I like to do is mix it up a little bit. Now, you see, I just went all the way here until the road guideline pops up. I anchored the road and just do a smooth curve. Now I'll go to this node. See where the road guideline of the other node pops up and just do a smooth curve like this. Then we can just do another pocket in here. Do another pocket like this. And it's basically, you can just do straight grid, the grid shape, if you like that. You can just do some curved roads. There's no limit. It all comes down to personal preference, I guess. I myself don't like the perfect grid look. I like to mix it up with some curvy roads now and again, or some of the like edges, like these roads here, just cut across. So yeah, but now we have our basic road layout done. Next, we have to worry about water, because the citizens that move in want to have water, of course. Now, we will place down a pumping station, and you always, please, have to be careful of placing the pumping station upstream. So it will take in the water, and there has to be a place for sewage as well. So you can see the arrows in the river. That is the direction of the water. So we placed our pumping station here. This will pump the water into our city, and here is the sewage. So that could be like this. We will connect those two up via our pipes. Okay, thank you. Now, we need to make sure that our city has good coverage of water. Now we can just do this, and everything that the blue bubble touches will be getting water. Now, there's a good trick to maximize the overlap, because you don't want to, or minimize the overlap, I should say, maximize the effectivity you get. So there is a good way to minimize the overlap. Like you just saw what I did. I just went out by 440, construction cost 440, and it just creates this distance, which is, if you look at it, a perfect overlap right here. It doesn't waste a lot of money, which is very good, because just when you start the game, you really have to be careful with the money. I can do it on this side just to show you one more time. We have cost of 440, and it just creates this perfect overlap. It doesn't waste too much. We'll go out by 440 again. And now we don't have to fill the roundabout with water yet. There is not going to be any houses right there. Now, for power for the city, we need to have power for both the water pump and the sewage. So we'll just place down one of the windmills right here, or wind turbines, and you can see the blue bubble it created. And that means it will give power to the sewage station right here and to the water pump right here. So now we still have quite some money, and I suggest using the coal power plant to begin with. It's very expensive, but it does generate a lot of power, and will be enough for the first milestone for sure, and even further than that. So we'll plop this down, and oh, there we go. We just created this bubble. So theoretically, we just have to go from this bubble here. Do want it to be kind of anchored though, or straight. Go over here, and that will spread the power into our city right there. Now we can start to zone actually, and zone some residents. Yes, indeed. Now, just zone a couple of spots right here and here. I don't want any on the roundabout. No, no, no. Okay, we can zone them some more. You know what? Let's just zone the whole thing here. We have the demand anyway. All right, good. Now we do want to zone some industry in here as well. There we go. We have to, we don't want to zone here because these are the one-way roads. However, we can zone to about here. There we go. And the reason why I don't zone here is basically if a factory spawns here, then there is no way for a truck to reach this factory, because this is a one-way going out, and this is a one-way going out. So there would be, if a factory appears here, there's no way for a truck to reach the factory unless it comes in via the highway. And that is just not very efficient, so we won't zone here. And the reason why I did this shape is the maximum amount of tiles a building can spawn for the size is 4 tiles by 4 tiles. So that's why this shape, I choose this shape. So we do need some shops. Well, not right now actually, but as I always like to zone beforehand. There we go. All right, actually we can have some shops in here. There we go, something like this. Okay, let's double check real quick. We have power. These guys are powered, definitely. We have our power plant here, which provides power for the industrial area. Then we have the power lines, which will provide power for our residential area. Water. We have water going over everywhere we zoned. Looking good, and I think we are about ready to hit play. There we go. Let's just hit it on 3-speed, and let's just watch. Buildings are spawning in, and the power is spreading. You can see that very good. Like here, it creates this blue bubble here. Very, very nice. Well, let's just watch a bit. Now, we will lose a lot of money. We will be in the red numbers for quite a bit, but as the city grows and we unlock the milestones, that will change pretty fast. Let's just see how it goes. Alrighty, the first shops have spawned in and the first factories are spawning in. Very, very nice. Now, the first cars should soon be driving around our city. Another thing, guys, if you're watching, and I'm not saying that this is by far the best way to start a city. It's just how I basically always start my city. It has worked out for me for quite some time now. I mean, you can do slight changes, of course, but the main thing is basically have separate... Oh, there comes the first cars. Nice. Here we go. So the main thing basically is to have a separate entrance and exit to the industrial area. Basically keep... I'll see that little truck he delivered to our coal power plant, and then he's out. Boom, he's gone. He didn't even drive through the city. So yeah, keep your industrial traffic from your residential traffic separate, and you shouldn't be having any issues with the traffic, because that is the #1 killer in this game, is the traffic. If this gets clogged up, then you're basically done for. Very, very hard to fix then. But yeah, like I said, it's probably not the best way to start. For me, it's the best way. It has worked out. So far, I've reached very high populations just by starting like this. The good thing is you can always change this around a bit. You take these take these roads out. You create bridges which go over the roundabout and add slip lanes which lead into the roundabout. So you basically alleviate some of the traffic which just wants to go straight. Because you divert them over top the roundabout, and that is something for later, but definitely what can handle a large amount of traffic. So that is very good, yes. And looks like we are up and running. We got some more residential demand, and right as I say that, we reached our first milestone, reach a population of 360. We get new features, taxes, loans, new services, garbage, healthcare, and education. Out of those, the garbage is the most important. I recommend you basically immediately plop down a landfill site, and we will do that right about now. We'll plop it like in between here. There we go. And yeah, we have some more. I don't want to destroy that right away. Some more residential demand. So let's just try and meet that demand. Good thing is, every time you reach a milestone, you get some additional money. You are also, with this milestone, we are able to take out a loan. So we can take out a loan right here. What I like to do then is raise up the taxes for what I can, and I usually keep it by 12%. You're probably good if you go to 13%, but that is, they have to be high land value, and then they are willing to pay. But other than that, they will not be happy about it and demand lower taxes. But you can go up to 12%. That shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, let's zone some more residential in here. There we go. Meeting that demand, and we should be in the green numbers very, very soon. As more people move in, we make more and more money. So yeah, we're missing some workers here. Good thing we just zoned some more residents. Nice. We are up and running. Great. Alrighty, and we have hit the green. We have hit the plus. We are making money. We're not losing money anymore. As I say that, I realize I forgot to lay some more pipes. So we'll do our little trick here to get the best overlap. We'll do 440. make this one a bit longer, and everybody has water and is happy now. There we go, making 100, making $200, $220, $236. Great. So yes, that is it. This is basically the way to start your city. Tips and tricks on how to start your city. Like I said, by far probably not the best way to start. There's probably much better ways to start. This is how I usually start my cities, and so far it has worked out for me every single time. So yeah, guys, nothing left to say. I hope you liked the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave me a comment. I always like reading those. Until the next time in City Skylines, have a good one. Goodbye, guys.